Okay. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Waleed Ahmed, and today I'm going to share my presentation on the topic existentialism. So I'm very thankful to Dr. Irfan Ahmed Rind. He gave me an opportunity for that. So here is the contents of the topic. What is existentialism? What is not existentialism? And the metaphysical position of existentialism, epistemological position of existentialism, then axiological position of existentialism, and then I will share the existentialism in education, in which I will be sharing aims of education, what should be the aims of education in existentialism, and curriculum, what should be the curriculum, then teaching methods, a role of teacher, the discipline, the school, and the strengths and weaknesses. So here, first of all, so this slide actually tells very important. Here are some basic questions in this slide that conceive the idea of existentialism. So here are some questions, and these questions of individuals lead to conceive idea of existentialism. These questions are: why am I here? Why do I exist? What is my purpose in life? And what is essence? Here is a definitions of existentialism, some concepts where we can come to know what is this philosophy is really. So this philosophy advocates individual's existence. That is the crux of this philosophy. Actually, it defines the existence of individual. Individual feel, individual feel that I am existed. आई एम एग्जिस्टेंस, मेरा वजूद है. इंसान ने ये जब सोचना शुरू किया तो तब से ये जो है ना एग्जिस्टेंशियलिज्म का वजूद आया. एंड द ह्यूमन थॉट दैट he is a very free to choice, he is a free to choose anything. So that philosophy is a very subjective actually, so it is a very subjective of the mind, because it depends on the personal choices of the individual. So it is a very subjective approach, as a subjective approach. In this philosophy, the concept of this philosophy is that man defines own meaning to life. So we also learned the other philosophies where were some sources of the knowledge from the people define the meaning to life, in idealism and in pragmatism, or in realism and naturalism. But in this philosophy, men define own meaning to life, so that is why it is a very subjective. Secondly, this philosophy offers organized freedom dependent on value. It gives freedom, but it does not give the freedom that has no any boundary. This freedom has boundary, and that is a very organized freedom, and that freedom dependent on values. So the man always, that is the human nature. When he thinks that which is the beneficial for him. So that what is the beneficial for the person, that is valuable. What is not beneficial, that is not valuable. So in this philosophy, it offers freedom, but the of freedom is a very organized and dependent on value. Secondly, it is a philosophical theory or approach which emphasizes the existence of the individual person as a free and responsible agent determining their own development, thought, acts of the will. So the second slide is that what is not existentialism. So that these are some ideas that the people think that the veil, the pleasures or honor make the good life. So in existentialism, this is not a way. This is not the concept that the veil gives you the good life or the pleasure or the honor or the social value control the individuals. So here is a choice, here is a freedom, here is the free will of the human beings. There's no any kind of the social boundaries, the social restrictions for the existentialist. And this accept what is, and that is enough in life. So that is not existentialism. Existentialist always think, he always use his subjectivity to come to the meaning of the life, and or the science can change and will make better everything. This is also not a existentialism. He's one of the exponents of the existentialism, JP Startree, and he says the we are our choices. So I think this quotation is a very important quotation to conceptualize the existentialism. We are our choices. So that's all about that. Hum choices hai. Choice karne wale hum mein. We will think. We will give the meaning to life. These are some exponents. They come in the 20, 19, and 20th century. Some of the exponents are there. There's a very hard, very difficult to pronounce. I am trying my best. Soren Abai God, and then Carl Jaspers, then Martin Heidegger, then Jean Paul Sartre, and and that is the philosophy of 19th and 20th century. But it raised in 20th century after World War II. So the what is the theoretical rational, the metaphysical and epistemological and the exological position of existentialism? First of all, there's a metaphysical. So metaphysical position of existentialism is ontology, because it's a totally subjective, and reality is subjective. So with existence, because the people think themselves, they give meaning to their life themselves. So that is why it is very subjective. So the metaphysical position is a ontology with existence preceding essence. So in this philosophy, it is existence create essence. So essence is not very important. First of all, your existence is a very important, because you are existed, that why you have a essence. So existence creates essence. Existence precedes essence. So epistemological position of existentialism, because always we use the our subjectivity. So that is a rationalism. The people think, they rationalize the things, and then sometimes intuition. When you give the meaning to life, so you feel that it should be like that. I personally feel that it should be like that. So intuition can be the epistemological position of existentialism. Then individual makes personal choice. Uh, Exological, what is the exological position of existentialism? That is the values should be freely chosen. Aesthetics, and in aesthetic is very subjective. Here now, existentialism education. So if we see the aims of education existentialism, so the aims of education make a student as unique in individuals who can take responsibility of their thoughts, feelings, and actions. So it always talk about the choices. So that's why the aims of education existentialism is, there's a responsibility to make the student unique individuals who can take the responsibility of thoughts, feelings, and actions, and then educate the whole person, not just mind. And the curriculum, what should the curriculum existentialism? So that is a self-paced, self-direct. It's all about the subjective. Is all about the human think about his or self existence. So the curriculum must be a self-paced, self-direct, when the he can the person can understand him, her very well. And the variety of options for choice is there. The choice of subject matter, then the creativity, when you will sharpen the creativity of the student, he can be a very good subject person. And then self-expression, you realize the people will express how to express themselves. When they will express themselves, they can give the meaning to their life. And then earning a livelihood is a simple, because you are here, your existence, you must live. So for the living, you must earn your livelihood. What should be the teaching methods? So teaching methods that I'll apply in existentialism, these are the scientific method. The why scientific method? Because scientific method give you the reasons, give you the way how to think, and then you can able to make some meaning, or make some reason to live the life. And then question answer method, that's a very important. It will sharpen your creativity. Question answer method. And then case study method, when the persons are doing the case studies, they come to know the realities, and they come to know what are happening surrounding us. So it will help them to make the meaning of their life. And then there is a non-judgmental method. So because it is a very subjective, so there should not be a judgment. So it is a non-judgmental method are applied in existentialism. Then no imposing values by teacher. Teacher is not responsible to impose value in existentialism. And then the reasoning skills in existentialism, the skills are the reasoning skills are taught in a good way. And then the role of teacher, so he's a facilitator, guide, questioner, and the identifier of choices. He identified the choices of the student, and he's very responsible to tell the student these are the choices, and what kind of choice you are going to choose. Discipline, or should be discipline existing in education. So individual is responsible in this philosophy for the consequences of his choices, and the adolescent must be punished if he is found rebellious in the class. If he's very rebellious, so he must be punished. That is a discipline existentialism. The teacher encourages student to work hard till he knows the subject matter well, has to assist and guide each of his students, responsible for the freedom of his students. What should be a school? What is the responsibility of a school in existentialism? So a school helps student making unique individual, provide environment in which students can freely make their choices. Now the last slide is that strengths and weaknesses of the existentialism. So first of all, here is the first strength of existentialism is aimed at total development. It emphasizes on the total development of the human being, because it supports the choices of the human being. It supports the human being, what he thinks, what kind of the meaning he wants to give his life. So it aimed at the total development, and when he uses, the person will use his subjectivity, he will come to the point, he will come up with the total development. And that is the emphasis on subjective knowledge. That is also, that's very important to use our subjectivity in education. And then emphasis on importance of environment, because all the people learn from the environment. So the strength, that is a strength. They gives the education, that the emphasis on the importance of environment, because the persons learn from the environment, because he she exists in environment. Now here are the some weaknesses, because every philosophy has these strengths and weaknesses. So the weaknesses of this philosophy is a subjective, it is a subjective approach to an objective world. The now that this world is a very objective scientific, the science is advanced very much, and all the knowledge, the whole knowledge is very tested. Most of the knowledge is tested. So that is why it is now, that is very subjective approach, but the science, the world is a very objective. So that is a weakness of this existentialism philosophy. And then it lacks a guiding theory. It is a non-specific, there's a no specification. The teacher guides, the guiding is there, but that is not the specification. It is not specified where you have, what is your target, because it is subjective. There is no specification. So that is also weaknesses of this theory. We can say that is the weakness of this theory. And then it lacks of there is a lack of scientific exploration to validate the ideas. Now the persons form the ideas, he she gives the meaning to the life, but whatever the ideas, whatever the subjectivity he she has, there is a no validity of these ideas. So this is all about my presentation. I hope you all got it. Thank you so much.